I watch
I don't
it.
watch SNL, but I might have to.
Yeah, I ain't watched Saturday Night Live in a hot minute anyway. To be perfectly honest with you, I'm just being real. All right, hey, anyway, hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back to the channel. Now I'm supposed to give y'all a live stream of Gears of War, but this right here is too important. This right here is too important. Y'all see the title, y'all see it, don't y'all? You see what me and my boy Mike about to talk about today, or tonight, really. But oh my sweet Lord, baby Jesus, Mike. Oh my sweet Lord, baby Jesus. But
Yeah,
oh
I'm a
my
little
sweet Lord, baby
impartial
Jesus,
and
Mike.
kind of confused about the whole thing. So yeah.
Bruh.
Where do I want to start this?
All right, so pretty much, Mike. I know you got the list of. Okay, before we talk about the list, before we
Oh
talk
yeah,
about. Okay.
yeah. We
Mike
can
got
do
the
that
list.
while you.
Yeah, Mike got the list, but so much, and I cannot express the word so much into this because, um, bruh, because matter of fact, so much news came up before this about Chris Pratt supposedly going to the DC. Uh, then there's like news coming out with Jason Momoa not just playing Aquaman. He kind of hinted at that he's doing more than just Aquaman. It's, I can't remember all the news, Mike, but bro,
Jason Momoa going Aquaman. And then there was like some subtle hints that he was going to be playing something else, more along the lines of being Savage. And a lot of people are starting to say like, okay, well, it's probably going to be Lobo finally. Um,
bro, it
it
just
was a lot, man. It was a
it
lot.
it was literally a lot going down.
Let me find this list. Oh, you know what?
Yeah,
Actually,
yeah. As Mike talks about this, get this list for us, guys. I'm gonna let y'all know right now. After hearing what I heard, I'm not thoroughly
oh,
in.
okay.
All
So
right, all right.
let me see here. So okay, so yesterday I was just kind of going through, um, scrolling through Google like how I always do. Trying to get my little Marvel news and see if there's any kind of leads to something else that I could kind of deep dive on or whatever. And then there's something that came up from WeGotThisCovered.com saying Zachary Levy's comments have had fans. Hang on one second. I will tell you.
All right, all right.
Comments have DCU critics thinking Shazam 3 is a part of James Gunn's plans. And right after that, like literally like two articles down from that, it says Chris Pratt is already being touted as Zachary Levi's Shazam replacement in James Gunn's DCU because of course he is. And that one was from We Got Us Covered as well. So I don't know really what was going on with that. I thought it was kind of crazy. And then seen a couple more other things, and then Venomware came up saying that James Gunn's wife is the new Shazam.
Yeah. I forgot
Nepotism
about that.
debate and DCU rages on as Gunn's cast wife Jennifer Holland and more in the most unnecessary Shazam 2 appearances. So like she's basically doing a cameo, but there are people that are saying that she may try and take the spotlight.
Right. Okay. So before we talk about this slate that James Gunn got for us, let me express something here for a hot second. Okay. Now I brought this up with Mike. Now what this reminds me of, those you remember the first six Resident Evil live action movies. Uh, Mila Jovovich's husband was Paul S.W. Anderson. Now the guy, now don't get me wrong, I enjoyed him when he did the first Mortal Kombat movie. I enjoyed the first Resident Evil movie. Now I'm not, I'm not opposed to hey having your spouse or your 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 family member on the show. If you get
Oh,
him,
look, let me cut you off right there
okay,
because honestly, it can work.
yeah. It can't
Look at
work.
Tim Burton.
It,
Look at Tim Burton now.
mm,
Look at Tim Burton now.
yep. Again,
His wife is
I'm not fully
Johnny
against
Depp,
that.
and like
I'm not fully
every one
against
of his
that.
movies that everybody knows. You know what I'm saying? She's been in a lot of stuff. I mean, granted, she was the freaking Queen of Hearts in Alice in Wonderland.
Alice in Wonderland,
With
yeah.
her husband.
Well, yeah. Well,
So
yeah.
it's not necessary.
It's not necessarily a bad thing,
to fail.
Right?
You know
but when your character, your dare I say fan fade or fan insert character overtakes the original IP, then it's a problem, and that's what people had an issue with Alice in the whole Resident Evil stuff. She was better than Jill, Chris. All the OG characters in Resident Evil wasn't the OG characters in Resident Evil. Maybe besides Wesker, but still Alice beats Wesker. When it should have been the Redfields. And I know what y'all about to say. Oh, but they showed Wesker at the end, but Wesker's still alive. So shut up. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. But which is going to lead us into more of this, because again, guys, I cannot express enough about because okay, the thing with going with Zachary Levi, again, I'm not going to get all the whole anti-vaccine.
I'm sorry if I did say it wrong.
I don't know if I did. Whatever his name is, I'm not gonna get into the whole thing. He made some comment about anti-vaccination, whatever. But I think it's like James Gunn said this like I can't. He said I can't change on the whim what actors do or say. He said no. He pretty much said actors are gonna have their own mind, whatever. Fine, because I do want to talk about Ezra Miller, but I want to save it because we got to still talk about the slate. We're going to get into that a little bit later. Because, again, I cannot express... It's... Just read the list off to him, because just read the list off. Just read the list off.
Okay.
Okay.
You got one or two choices. We can
okay.
We could do movies first, or we could do movies last.
Okay, let's do. All right, let's do the movies last. I feel like we're gonna be a little bit more on the movie part. Okay. So let's talk about the TV shows.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. Okay. So the first on that list is Creature Commandos.
Right.
I don't know too much about.
I know about Frankenstein, but that's about it. That's one thing I know about Frankenstein. Like the DC version of Frankenstein. But I know, like, James Gunn's Weasel from The Suicide Squad is going to be on there, which makes no sense. So I don't know how he's going to explain that. But to be fair to James Gunn... So... But wait, hold on. To be fair, James Gunn has a great habit of making obscure characters to the forefront. I will give him that much credit. I look at Guardians of the Galaxy, and I look at some of the characters from The Suicide Squad. To be fair... But this is not the opening book of chapter 1, Gods and Monsters. This is not even the first chapter. But go ahead and go ahead and say what you're about to say, Mike.
Okay, so it says that it's supposed to be 7 episodes long at least.
7 episodes, really?
And it's just pegged at 7 episodes.
Okay.
So James Gunn's a writer for the series. Already pegged at 7 episodes. And then it says that Amanda Waller is supposed to form another super team out of monstrous prisoners. I'm getting this off of Polygon.com, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's supposed to be basically another Suicide Squad.
Okay.
So again, I think it's just James Gunn's greatest work for DC to date.
But this is my issue right here. This is one of my issues that I have because, like, I feel like he's putting so much of these up, and there's nothing wrong. I feel like there's nothing wrong bringing these obscure characters to the forefront. But we're gonna be saying this a lot. I don't think people are asking for this. I really don't think people are literally asking for this.
Yeah, no, I don't think so either. But I think that might be a bigger scale now that I'm sitting here kind of looking at some of these shows. But we'll get to that because I do have a question about this, and I think it might be a little far fetched, but maybe I am on to something with this.
Okay.
Anyways, so the next show on the list was Waller. And basically, what that was it's a spinoff of Peacemaker, but like the main character is Amanda Waller.
Okay, so
Again, the woman
this
that
what I hear
started
about.
Suicide Squad. She's
Yeah.
got her own show.
Now, first of all, love Viola Davis. I loved her in Suicide Squad and the Suicide Squad. Loved her. So what I've heard about Waller, Peacemaker 2 got postponed because James Gunn is so busy working on Superman. So that's why Peacemaker 2, season 2 haven't come out yet. Now I don't know. Now I don't know. Is John Cena supposed to make an appearance on Peacemaker? I watched two different videos. Supposedly that he's supposed to make some type of appearance in Waller. So I don't know for sure what's going on with that.
I mean, it says that it's a spinoff,
Right,
so
right,
it's not like too crazy to assume that Peacemaker is going to be in this show.
right.
So I
So
don't know.
but
So okay,
yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
it's actually written by the Crystal Henry.
The dude who did Doom Patrol, right?
Well, yeah, I think he did Doom Patrol, and he also did Watchmen, and then the guy that wrote Supernatural, Jeremy Carver. So I
Oh,
mean, they
okay.
got a good squad behind them.
Yeah. I just feel like is this like the focal point of it? You know what I'm saying? Like why does this play a big part into it? That I think that's my I guess
I can actually ask my question now because I don't think
yeah.
any of the other ones have to do it. Okay, so is James Gunn trying to make Amanda Waller DC's Nick Fury? Is that what's going on?
You know what? You know what? You know what? That's a fair question to ask. I feel like I should tweet that to James Gunn. Like, hey, James, is Amanda Waller supposed to be the new Fury of the DCU? Because now that you say that, I'm thinking she is. But she doesn't care for the Justice League that much. She don't really care for the Justice League.
No, she doesn't. She's like the anti-hero Nick Fury. It's really weird because it's like this is like your second squad that you're putting together. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So what is it? You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, oh well, I'm friends with Superman on the other hand too. So I don't know what. I don't know.
I
I
don't
don't,
know, bro.
I don't know.
I really I I really don't know, man, because again, I just don't know. I don't know. I think that's me right now. I don't know where he's going with this. Um, am I intrigued to see where this go? Yeah, I am, but I'm not like. I'll probably be like, I will wait till all the episodes come out, then I watch it. That's how I feel about that.
Yeah, it's not something that I gotta just be like, oh,
Right,
yeah,
right.
next episode is coming out. You know what I mean? Like, okay.
It's,
Anywho,
anywho,
um,
yeah.
this is another one that was a little bit weird to me, but Booster Gold is getting his own show. Troop, do you want to explain a little bit of backstory about
Okay,
Booster
so the
Gold?
little bit backstory about Booster Gold,
Good.
I can't remember the character's real name, but he came from like the 25th century. He's a disgraced football player. He also he worked. He's a
He's an
janitor, but
idiot apparently. Like he's just a blatant idiot.
yeah, yeah. So he went to the museum, Metropolis Museum, found his time traveling device, and come to guess come to present time to become a superhero. But he kind of does it the wrong way. But he grows up to be a true hero, but still become a douchebag. But he's close friend with the original Blue Beetle. So that's pretty much who Booster Gold is. Now, this was another rumor again, and this is way before I called before we get ready to start. Supposedly, this rumored, like somebody wanted John Cena to leave Peacemaker alone to play Booster Gold, but on the other hand, somebody said, "Oh, we should watch Chris Pratt should play Booster Gold." So I don't know.
Know that Chris Pratt is coming. They've kind of more or less confirmed that Chris Pratt was coming. I've heard so many things like, oh, we don't know exactly what Chris Pratt's going to be.
Right.
I also heard that he's supposed to be, replacing, the main character or the main actor in Shazam.
Yeah. Right.
We don't know.
We don't know.
Chris
We
Pratt has
don't
been
know.
talking to James Gunn and wanting to go over along with what I've heard now. Dave Bautista and Zoe Saldana, they both want to go over to DC.
Right, because the main character Batista wants to play is Bane, but Batista feel like he's kind of I feel like he's kind of done with the superheroes villain roles because he's stressed out. He's like he don't think he's up to stuff to really doing that right now. I still think he can probably pull off a good Bane, but like all that physical training, I just think he's done with that. But in a crazy way, in that same news article, Batista kind of gave away what James Gunn was doing. He's like, to DC to survive, they need a whole young cast. So,
Yeah. That was kind of spoiler alert.
Yeah, it's kind of spoiler, right? So, again, as we go through this list, we're gonna talk more and more about it and where me and Mike's thought process is on this. Because again, like y'all go on to this. Just go on to this one.
All right, so the next one that I'm actually about to talk about, I was kind of waiting on this, and I felt like this might be DC saving grace.
Mm-hmm.
But HBO Max has actually come to terms with James Gunn and DC to finally release a Green Lantern show.
Oh
So it's
man,
going to be based on, or it's going to be called Lanterns. What everybody's assuming is going to be on, I hope, all the Lantern Corps up until.
now he did say some lanterns are going to show up. Some that we do know about, and some we don't know about. So I don't.
Yeah, and I'm assuming that he's talking about the Gray Lantern and the Ultraviolet Lantern.
Yeah.
The newest ones that kind of came up within the last couple of years.
Right. So, but like the two main leads are Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart.
Right, and Jon Stewart.
So I am really excited to actually see Jon Stewart in a live action format. I'm really excited for that. And then like again, and to be fair, God, we need a whole nother Green Lanterns. Like they
excited for?
What's that?
I'm excited to see what Ryan Reynolds says to this project. That's what I'm excited for. I'm excited because, man, you know Ryan Reynolds is always with the jokes. He's going to say something about it, but it's going to be in such a clean fashion that he doesn't necessarily get in trouble with Marvel. But it's going to be like, y'all messed up once, don't do it again. You know.
I feel like you should, because again, the one that crap up when the first Deadpool movie is like, someone like I'm at the suit green or animated. I was like, yo, he just clowned on his own movie, but it was so.
Man goes back in time and shoots himself for even picking the
script up. Picking it.
Yeah, he's got something to say, dog. And you know it. You know he's right.
About
this show, bro.
This man gonna say something about it, dog. I think if I remember right, I think Deadpool and Wolverine or Deadpool 3 is coming out in 2025.
I think it was pushed back to 2025. Yes.
Yes. That's what I'm thinking. So what?
So the next one, I don't think anybody necessarily asked for it, but it's called Paradise Lost, and basically what that was about, it was a prequel to the Wonder Woman movies. So basically, before Diana was even born, I'm assuming.
Yeah, it's way before Diana's born. But
it's about the Amazonians on Paradise Island.
Yeah, so this is
what was going on with that war that they had.
Yeah, so I watched this YouTuber I mentioned. So I got his video linked on the page, so you guys look at it himself. What's his name? Thinking Critical. What this guy says, and it's pretty much true. Why should we care for a Wonder Woman show when there's no Wonder Woman in there? Which makes, I mean, he said Paradise Lost is a Wonder Woman story arc. I don't know what it is about, but why?
Side note, that was another thing that came up. Was Gal Gadot is still technically hired.
Yeah.
With DC, but Wonder Woman 3 got scrapped.
Yeah.
And all her cameos got cut from everything that we knew that she was supposed to be a cameo in up until this.
Yeah.
So are they keeping Gal Gadot, or what are they doing?
Now,
nobody necessarily knows on that. But James Gunn swears up and down.
He swears up and down. Yes, that she's still here. So again, I have to question: is she like? this is what I'm thinking. I think for the different YouTubers say this. So, what's the point of rebooting this whole prequel thing towards Wonder Woman? Is this a prequel to the? I want to say it's a prequel to the first Wonder Woman movie, but again, I can't really say that because this is I guess a fresh start. Because again, this is so called a Game of Thrones is type of thing, which I'm not really care for looking into, and I'm sorry, I really don't. I don't care, but I feel like why is this here? Because honestly, it's like because me right now, it feels like you're going to replace Gal Gadot, who to me is Wonder Woman. She would play Wonder Woman what? Like what? Let's see. There's Batman, Superman, Justice League, the Snyder Cut, Wonder Woman 1 and 2. That's like what 4 or 5 times that she actually played Wonder Woman.
So if you're not gonna cut her, this kind of sounds like the whole situation with Black Widow being released 58 years too late.
Yeah.
You know, at the point to a consumer, to a viewer, it doesn't necessarily make sense. You know,
Right.
it sounds like
I just feel like it's not gonna. I feel like it's gonna backlash because I think we got maybe 1 or 2 more shows that we got to mention. I don't know if this is the last one, but with lanterns played a big part in this first chapter of the DCU. James Gunn and Saffron said that. I don't know how big a part of this we're going to with Paradise Lost. I don't know what we're going to get from this. I don't know how big of a part it's played. So by them announcing, I don't care. I really don't. I'm sorry. I do not care for Wonder Woman. Maybe, but that's how I feel about before Creature Commandos or whatever they call it. Like how big of a part is going to play? Because again, some of these shows is not really play into the bigger part of this chapter. What's the next one we got? Are we still on shows?
Shows are actually done. So that was
okay. Yeah. Okay.
Shows.
Okay. So before we get into the movies, I again shows I look forward to is pretty much Lanterns, Booster Gold, maybe Creature Commandos. I don't know. Paradise Lost. I don't know. Definitely no. Waller, maybe, but just by hearing the shows, I'm not excited for this. I'm really not. But I don't want to get
Lanterns. Like that's the only thing that caught my mind.
That's it. Lanterns is really the one I'm excited for. Because when me and Mike was listening to
the most original thing that has not come out in the last 10 years from DC.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah. I again, I agree with that because we're it's not like it's something that the fans want to see. It's what I wanted to see. I want the Green Lanterns to be redeemed. And they did it right in animated shows. It's just live format that I wanted. So, but anyways, let's go into the movies. And this is where the real big thing is supposed to happen in this first chapter, which is called God and Monsters. But go ahead, Mike.
Okay. So the first one is the only project that has a street date from this chapter 1, and that was Superman Legacy. They said that it's street dated for July 11th, 2025. Right. James Gunn actually wrote this. Now, okay. I'll just read what it says. So it says Superman Legacy will follow Kal-El as he reconciles his extraterrestrial origins with his human family and upbringing. It sounds like a reboot of 2013's Man of Steel, directed by Zack Snyder, with one important proviso. Henry Cavill is not coming back as Superman, so expect a lot of anticipation and hype as Gunn gets close to finding his lead. That's the thing. It sounds like it's supposed to.
It sounds like a reboot.
Now, the thing is, James Gunn said it's not an origin story.
But the way they sound, I forgot to mention, they do say what's it called, Truth, Justice, and the American Way. They brought that back. Thank you. I will give y'all credit for that. Thank y'all very much. I do appreciate that. But like, it sounds like a reboot because think about it. Okay, the way and because I want to talk about this too. Since we're on Superman right now, because I want to talk about Zack Snyder for a hot minute. We may be a little bit longer, but I want to talk about Zack Snyder for a second. Because Mike, you and I both talked about this. This man literally, and I got the link to I got the link on my channel on this video, so you guys can so you guys can look at it for yourself. Thinking Critical brought it up that Zack Snyder really butchered with his vision of the DC characters. Every character was dark. Batman should have been dark. Superman was all about joy, hope, being that symbol of hope. Yes, and that's what Henry Cavill wanted to do. But I'm gonna get on that in a hot second. But his version of like dare I say when Batman get graped, y'all know what rhymes from grape in prison. He again just using a metaphor. He can still be Batman. I was like, no, that's not it. You could have easily had Superman fly his out up in the air and stop this person with shooting. Because like I remember in the theaters when I was watching that movie. I'm like, fly up, fly up, take him to the sky. And you have Superman. Superman doesn't like to kill, and that's where and really Zack Snyder's version of the Justice League or DCEU, or dare I say, I call it Elseworld now. Because they are saying like, hey, we kind of want to talk about too. Yeah, we might as well bring that up too now. But his version really hammered down how bad the DC was, because again, there was nothing leading up, no big news event, nothing, and I feel like this is what James Gunn's going to have to struggle with, because what Zack Snyder has done, like if it was like straight Watchmen, I get it. It was like a dark turn of a superhero team or a superhero or anti-hero, whatever. I get it.
I mean, but you gotta give Zack Snyder his props.
Now, don't get me wrong. I'll give him credit. Don't get me wrong. Yes, I'll give him credit.
There was a lot more explanation.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like I said, look, bro. Don't get me wrong. The one thing I really enjoyed what Zack Snyder did was the Snyder Cut, which we should have got from Justice League, because originally the Justice League movie was supposed to be in 2 parts. 2 parts. But Warner Brothers, for every reason, and Walter Hamada, the old head of the DC movie board, did what he did, and we got that hodgepodge of mess, which is Justice League. So yeah, Saga is very and you know they could have piggybacked. Look, when they did the Snyder Cut, they could have piggybacked off that. Say, hey Zach, we gotta wheel it in a little bit, work something out, and I think it would have been done perfectly, bro. It would have done so well if they took the time to fresh it out. But yeah, let's talk about Elseworld before we continue on with the movies.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So the next one is the next movie is going to be about the Authority.
Okay.
So, from what I understand, it was an ensemble of comic books that dated back to 1999.
Yeah.
Published by Wildstorm imprint.
Yes.
So this isn't necessarily a DC.
Well, it's kind of DC now because they.
It was absorbed by DC, right?
Yeah. So my things about the Authority, because pretty much like I said, the premise is what Authority is. They're kind of like the Watchmen of, I guess, main timeline DC, because again, James Gunn said this was a passion project that he wanted to do. Again, I feel like James Gunn has a great IQ how to bring obscure characters to the forefront. I am not questioning what he can do with the characters. I am questioning what bigger part this is going to play, because they kind of take the law into their own hands. So that means, like, if you run to like Superman or Batman, or dare I say Lanterns, you have to go against them. Right. And how you gonna play that off?
Right.
So again, this is a movie that I like. I know Midnighter. I heard of Midnight. That's the only one I know off rip. But I don't think he's gonna play. He's not gonna be a good. I don't know, man. I just don't know. I just don't know. But I feel like it's not gonna.
I mean, it said that it's a group of 7 superheroes.
Yeah.
Very high concept superpowers. It said one of them is a man named Jack Hawksmoor, and he's physically bonded to cities, and he also draws his strength from those cities.
Okay. Yeah, because the only one I know in that room was Midnighter. That's the only person I really know off the top of my head.
That's what it says. It's also going to make this the first appearance of Wildstorm to be canon in the DCU.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I think that's cool because another Wildstorm comic was my personal favorite is Gen 13. I think was it part of yeah, it was part of Wildstorm. Then DC absorbed them into their fold as well. I love Gen 13. It's one of my favorite comic books. But I don't know. I simply just don't know. So, and like I said, like Superman Legacy, I want the Superman movie, but I want Henry Cavill. I'm sorry, I can't. But what's the next movie we got?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so this one is it might actually be the longest one, honestly, but it's gonna be the Brave and the Bold.
Okay, I was kind of waiting for. I was waiting for this
Batman.
one.
Yeah, it's another Batman movie, guys.
Yeah, I was waiting for this one.
And it's gonna be about Batman and Robin. So it's gonna be about Damian Wayne. Those of you that don't know who Damian Wayne more or less is, he is the son that Bruce never knew he had.
By
And
Talia, by putting a roofie in his drink.
so so basically this kid was raised by assassins. And once he gets back to Bruce, he's probably like 10, 11 years old.
Yeah, like 10, 11 years old, somewhere around that number.
He's a kid. He's literally a kid. But gosh, I just remember Damian Wayne from the or not the comics, the cartoons, and he just a little fart, man. Like he just like tries choking Bruce Wayne out.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like, take this. You know what I'm saying? And it was funny. It was comedic relief. So
I mean, yeah, it was like the son of Batman, or whatever it was called. I thought that was pretty cool. I thought it was.
Yeah, no, I thought it was pretty cool too. But they were saying that there were a lot of cameos and crossovers with this series in the comics.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if they're gonna bring some of these crossovers over.
Like, if only thing I see crossover happening, cause like, maybe it's like Superman or maybe Goose to Go or the Lanterns. That's probably what I'm thinking about. But the crazy, like, the thing about Brave and the Bold, I feel like this is not. I think it's a working title. It's a Batman title. I think it's like a working title, but it's supposed to be introduced to the whole Bat family. Now, this is my thing with this. So, are we? So, is you tell me that Damian is going to be the first Robin, or are all the other Robins already here? Is Barbara Gordon still there? Like stuff like that. I will.
The other Robins are there because what was it? Can't remember what movie that was now, but they showed an old Robin suit that Bruce had in his lair.
Was that I think that was Batman versus Superman when they showed the Robin Superman in case. So. Yeah. So like that's what I'm saying, because like I hope now this one I'm hoping for this, and this might maybe even more watch. I'll get into it. If we get into the first to the Bat family, I want at least all the Robins have to be there from Dick, Jason, Tim. You know what I'm saying? I want them to be there. If that's being the case, then yes, you got a good story. You have a good story with it,
right?
But if they have it as Damian being the first Robin, I'm gonna have issues. I really am.
I doubt it.
I hope not, but I'm just saying that I'm just voicing my fear and concern with James Gunn is going with this, because again, Damian is not an obscure character. Like personally, yes, I like Damian. I really do, especially when he was in that one animated DC thing where it's like Teen Titans versus the Justice League. That's what I really got. I didn't see the Son of Batman till after that. Which I know the Son of Batman came first, But when I watched that one, then I went and watched the Son of Batman. I was like, oh, this is actually a pretty good, decent show. So, yes, I like Damian. But I don't want Damian to be the first Robin. I'm just making that known.
I doubt it. Because they're saying that they're going to be introduced to Bat Family. That means that Batgirl's already there. Nightwing. You know what I'm saying? We're going to see all these characters already.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's what I'm hoping for. So
right.
Well, what we got next?
All right, so next week, Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow.
Okay, so I heard a little. Okay, so I did a little digging for this one. So far the story of Woman of Tomorrow is kind of based off the True Grit movies. That's what I'm getting. Like pretty much Supergirl, instead of going to Earth like her cousin, she's on like a barren planet or rock, whatever, on Krypton, and she's a little bit more jaded. I don't know. So I don't know where it goes, bro. So I think Supergirl can't. Cause look, I'll be real with y'all. I enjoyed the Supergirl show for what it's worth. It was actually good. They actually have another version of Martian Manhunter on there, so that was good. But it's I just don't know, cause how you gonna have Wonder Woman? How you not gonna have Wonder Woman, but you got Supergirl? You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, I get exactly what you're saying, and I don't. Gosh, it's going back to the whole whatever you called it. Yeah, I don't know, man.
That's wrong. Yeah, like bro, like I really.
We're gonna get into that conversation in just a second. I think I got.
We gonna get there. We gonna get there. We gonna get there.
All right, so the next one is Swamp Thing. Now, this one I'm kind of interested in because he actually got Guillermo del Toro to direct this movie.
Yeah, oh yeah. Now, Swamp Thing, I'm excited for. I'm really excited for Swamp Thing.
Not fail. I'm gonna be honest with you. He does not fail.
Yeah, because Guillermo del Toro, look what he did with the Hellboy movies. The first two.
Right.
But hold on, Tremaine got mad at me because we brought up Damian.
That I said that he could stay exactly where he's at. Oh, he can hear me.
He can hear you. Too bad he don't have an Xbox no more, so he can't get in this conversation, Tremaine.
Oh. Well, hey, tell him that Thursday is right around the corner and his show is coming on HBO Max.
Anyways, back to Swamp Thing.
Hey, how you doing, man?
We love you, bro. You know I want to punch in your chest sometimes. We love you.
Mm-hmm.
But anywho, okay, so bro, now Swamp Thing, I'm excited for. I don't mind seeing an origin story for Swamp Thing. And to be fair, Tremaine, I'm going to slap you because I'm in the middle of my live stream. You don't have to wait. You know what? Let me see this one thing. Hold on, y'all. What, Tremaine? What? What?
Oh man.
He's on. We live streaming. We on Xbox.
No. Put the phone next to the controller, mic, whatever.
All right, hold on. Mike, can you hear him? Can you hear him, Mike?
What's that shit you was saying, motherfucker? Mm-hmm. My show. All right, I got you, bro. Mm-hmm.
What did he say?
I don't know. He said I got you. That's all I'm getting out of this.
What's up,
man? Look, hey, Thursday. Tell him I said Thursday.
You said, how about Thursday, bro?
Right after your show, you come tell me about it. How about that?
We're gonna talk about it. We have a long ass conversation. I'll make sure you right there too.
Okay. Are you done, Tremaine?
No, they're not even close.
Can we finish the live stream, Tremaine?
No.
Why not? Why can't we finish the live stream, Tremaine?
First of all, the live live stream needs to end because that
Tremaine's over here trying to get me canceled, y'all. I'm sorry.
That piece of shit of a
I'm sorry, guys.
character. And then second, forget James Gunn, his old piece of shit.
No, he ain't never done.
Yeah, he ain't done yet. Oh, can you hear him, Mike?
Like I saw
Nah,
shit.
We'll talk after
what
this.
are you talking? You blind on the real.
Look, Tremaine,
Video bad.
Tremaine, we'll let you get your rage out once we finish the stream, okay?
Oh, you about to finish it? I'm about to go play that Lady Gaga song real quick.
Tell him I said me, True, and Damian Wayne gonna be in this phone call, all right?
Give me a second. Let me go play that song.
No, this one's to you. Anyways, that's Tremaine, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Tremaine. Anywho, I gotta put my phone on vibrate. Hold on. Cause I know he gonna call me back again. Hold on. Anyways. Yes. All right.
Oh yeah. So that's it for the movies, man. Honestly, I don't know.
Honestly, dude. I just don't. Honestly, again, besides Lanterns, maybe Booster Gold, Swamp Thing definitely. I don't know. I really don't know. And again, I know Train still hears us. Damien. I don't know. But which leads us into this next one. I'm gonna have what James Gunn said about Ezra Miller. Now, those you don't know, Ezra Miller done a whole lot of junk months ago. And so when it all came down to it, all this dude got was just a slap on the wrist and a $500 fine. And yeah, but yeah, basically community service. I wish Tremaine called on that instead of just calling about Damien, but he probably gonna tell me off too.
Damian Wayne?
No, yeah, because he hate Damien. Yeah, that's why he called me. To talk about James Gunn, but also talk about Damien. He hates Damien, especially what happened in Injustice, how Damien killed Nightwing. Damien Wayne. Yes. The
son of Bruce Wayne, right?
Yes.
Damian Wayne. Okay, cool. So Damian Wayne. All right.
So anyway, what this article says, James Gunn called tone deaf for labeling the Flash greatest superhero movie ever after Ezra Miller's controversial behavior. And so going back to what happened to Ezra Miller, everybody when they heard that, people were like, oh, he's staying. Then there's a rumor saying DC may keep him. Hearing James Gunn say that, like, bro, that leads us to believe that he's going to keep Ezra Miller. That's a small,
kind of just secured his spot,
right? A small part. I mean, it's a very small part of me that believes he's still going to be gone. But that's like a 1% chance of him leaving. But then you keep
this whole Flashpoint paradox story. It might actually even kill Ezra Miller's Flash.
Yeah, because I'm not sorry to say this. He needs to go. He needs to go. But it's that 99% that's let me believe that he's going to stay, which scares me because he's going to all this telling us the fans who actually are fans of the Flash. I believe Tremaine is a fan of the Flash as well. That you're gonna keep on as the Flash for what? You let Henry Cavill go. You let The Rock go. We don't know. We don't know what's going to happen with Gal Gadot. We don't know a lick of nothing what's happening. All we got is Zachary Levi. We don't know because if you're going, I'm serious. If you're gonna keep Ezra Miller for all the stuff he has done, you might as well keep Zachary Levi. I'm just saying.
Might as well.
Because you might as well keep that. Because again, bro, it mind boggles me. Because again, no, James Gunn did have some. He pretty much almost got canceled for a tweet he had like years back, and so then DC picked him up. Then when, at the success of after he got done doing working on the Suicide Squad, hey, come back. We need you back for Guardians Volume 2. We need you back there. So it's crazy, bro. So with this roadmap, I am not excited. I mean, there are some shows that I am, especially with Lanterns, Swamp Thing.
Like the biggest thing for me, man.
Yeah. Lanterns. Yes, Lanterns. Booster Gold again, maybe, but other than that, movie wise, there's no Flash. Now remember, the DCEU is now called DC Elsewhere. The Batman is part of DC Elsewhere. The Joker is DC Elsewhere now. So what they tell us again is they trying to step like, hey, this is DCU, that's DCEU or DC Elsewhere. And so, but here's the thing. And this is the thing we've been saying, because like, we did this like in a previous video that you and I did talking about this. It was like, because I feel like what he's doing, he's keeping his work and maybe keeping other stuff in. Because again, he said Blue Beetle is going to lead into Aquaman, if I'm saying that right.
Yeah, that's what he said. Now, okay, this is the thing that really bothers me about the whole Elsewhere thing. It's like, where do we draw that line? You know what I'm saying? Because CW just got the green light for Gotham Knights.
No, we don't talk about that. Mm-mm.
No. We have to.
Do we have to?
True, we have to, bro.
We have to.
Because
all right, go ahead.
Dude, we have to. We gotta talk about it for a second. We don't necessarily need to go into the depth.
The details, but yeah, we go
to everything.
All right.
Look, we got a brand new show. It doesn't matter how crappy it sounds like it's gonna be. Okay.
Right.
But the fact that James Gunn, your head of DCU, has basically said that everything DC is gonna tie into each other.
Yeah.
This is still part of DC. Now,
but the crazy thing is, though, Mike, it's called the Arrowverse. But you're all right, because with Elsewhere is now canon to the Arrowverse because of Infinite Crisis. So where is again? I get what you're saying. Where is the line at?
Right. Is it just sitting on its own island? Because look, now you got what's it called? Gosh, what is it now? The Batman Project. Remind me.
What project was that?
The Brave and the Bold.
Yeah. Okay, yep.
It's supposed to introduce the Bat family.
Right.
Right. So who's the Bat family? True. Please elaborate.
Bat family is
Nightwing, right?
Nightwing.
You got Robin.
Yep.
You got Nightwing. You got Robin.
Robin. Batgirl.
You got Damian Wayne. Right.
Jason Todd.
You got Bruce Wayne, and I think you got
So all right, so those you don't know who
the other smaller characters. You know, you got Bruce Wayne's dog. You know, this, that, and third. But the main ones: Nightwing, Robin, Batgirl.
Right.
Just casted for Gotham Knights.
Yeah. So okay. All right. So since we gotta talk about it, right? So the CW version of Gotham Knights was nothing. The creators of Gotham Knights, the game, say, "Hey, we're not connected. They're not connected us no type of way," which I feel like CW was trying to do. What I feel like what it was like, you got a son that no one knows the name. I guess his name is Duke. I don't know who the guy name is. I really don't, and I care less because I actually did try to watch the trailer of it. So, it is Bruce Wayne's son, which should have been named Damian, but not. But the other members of the Gotham Knights show is children of Batman's rogue gallery. That's what the cast is. I think they got a female Robin on there. So I don't know how they doing it. So pretty much what they do. So pretty much they doing.
So so you get where my big question mark
I get it.
This is a brand new project. A brand new project that's released. Which no, it's not under James Gunn.
Right.
It's not part of the Arrowverse. It's not part of the DCU. It's not part of DCU.
No. Gotham Knights is part of the Arrowverse, bro. It's Arrowverse. It is because if you think about it, by being part of the Arrowverse, it's part of the DC elsewhere. It is crazy that it's like maybe a whole different show.
So
and
James Gunn said everything else.
Yeah, I think I guess for summing that up, James Gunn is doing everything else. Like if it's something not related to his version of the DCU, it's an Elseworld title. Let's just say
henceforth from
Shazam
on, it's
after Blue Beetle, Flash, Shazam, Aquaman, after all that, that's it. That's elsewhere. Yeah, that's everything. So again, that include the Arrowverse. If you think about it again,
it does include it, yes, and I get that, but where does the fit in? Because, well, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is the CW just considered the Arrowverse? Like how Fox's Marvel is just considered Fox's Marvel. You know what I'm saying?
Like how Sony got like the Sony Spider-Man, yeah.
Right, and they got like the Spider-Verse for Sony and everything that basically falls under Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Sony really has connection to Spider-Man, so Spider-Verse, more or less.
Yeah.
So is CW just dubbed the Arrowverse because of that? Or
I don't know. That's a good question. Because again, who's everybody's favorite Flash in live action format? The CW Flash. The CW Flash is everybody's favorite Flash. So it would have been nice to actually have his Flash actually be in the movie since it's canon, since he's going back in time or what. All right, man. Let me talk about this because I'm still mad because we're not getting Reverse Flash in there. I'm so mad. We got it. I think we talked about it. I don't know if we did or not.
Aren't we getting like a Nightmare Flash or something like that?
Like Nightmare Flash or Dark Flash or whatever it's called. Because the rumor when I first heard about the movie, it's like, oh, there's not gonna be no villains in the Flash movie. I said, yes, there is. It's a Reverse Flash. I mean, it's Flash's fault for what he has done, but it's Reverse Flash. But Reverse Flash plays a part in the whole Flashpoint paradox. So I don't know. But what I do want to say, Mike,
is Grodd not going to be part of this story?
I don't think I probably not. Because so far we got 3 different Flashes. Is the current Flash, another Flash from a different timeline, the Batsuit Flash, and so. Any hope that I have for this, so any hope that I have for this movie being good is down the drain. Honestly, I'm being real. Do I want to watch it?
Because and that's what I'm trying to figure out. It's like, yo, this Flash story sounds like it's so confusing, so messed up. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm reading the story sideways instead of straight ahead. But it doesn't seem like it's going to make 100% sense. And for James Gunn to be like, "Oh well, this Flash movie
is going to be the greatest
hero movie ever,"
nah, bro.
I don't see it right now.
I don't see it. Not even in the slightest bit. I don't see that happening because again, Ezra Miller right now not working, and then you got 3 different Flashes coming in here. And then you got Supergirl, Batgirl supposedly showing up in this. You cut Wonder Woman, nearly all her scenes. You cut all of Henry Cavill's scenes because they played a big part in the Flashpoint movie. So again, I don't know. I do not know how this movie gonna turn out. Because how I feel right now, there's a part of me that's not gonna make bank. And then James Gunn gonna have to eat his words. If it does make bank, then whatever, good job. But again, like some people, you just don't need to defend James Gunn. you just don't need to defend that. So, bro, I any height and y'all when me and Mike talk about this, I don't know if you ever heard my enthusiasm. At one point, it was skyrocket. It was high up there. It gradually went down. It went down, and I'm like, and after hearing this, I should be excited mostly for all these shows. Only thing I'm excited about is Swamp Thing, Lanterns, maybe Booster Gold. That's sad. That's about it. That's it, man. Like, and don't you know me? I'm a used Batman fan. I'm not. I don't care for this Brave and the Bold, and I'm afraid what they're trying to do is not going to work. Now, if it does work, then yeah. Once we get more, because again, we gotta wait to 2025 to get even more stuff. But hold on, we're not done yet because Mike, remember we talking about what Marvel was doing? Do you care to tell the fans what's going on?
Marvel. Are you talking about Fantastic Four?
Yes. And also the Super Bowl commercials is supposed to be cut. Yes. Because we're kind of gonna leave off with this. Yeah.
So
okay.
Let me just start off with the whole Fantastic Four thing since I already brought that up. So
Yes.
basically there was some news going around for like a little while now. People saying, "Oh well, Keanu Reeves is coming to the DCU." We don't know exactly what part he's supposed to fill, and this, that, and the third. Now, in the last couple of days, there's been more and more news that's starting to circulate. Pretty much any media outlet that covers Marvel news that Keanu Reeves is actually supposed to be playing Galactus as the big bad in the Fantastic Four movie that's supposed to drop in about 2 years.
Right.
Okay. See, this gets me excited.
Exactly.
This is good superhero news. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
For one, it's freaking Keanu Reeves. You know what I'm saying? Like, who doesn't like Keanu Reeves?
Exactly,
who
bro.
The Matrix? Who hasn't seen? Okay, we're not talking about the last Matrix. Who hasn't seen the Matrix? Who hasn't seen John Wick?
Say we made the last Matrix.
Look, it's Keanu Reeves. And the fact that he's playing a freaking Celestial, somebody that is finally going to intervene in mortal issues. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna start causing trouble for a superhero. What? You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
One of my favorite villains in Marvel.
Yeah.
The fact that this man can literally sit here and just eat a whole planet.
A whole planet, bro.
What?
Whole
and now
planet.
You're sitting here, you're gonna introduce him, not in the Fox's Fantastic Four, like how they try to do, and it was a whole abomination, but in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, in the MCU.
Excuse me.
It's just rumor now.
Yeah, it's just rumored. So
circulating. There's got to be some kind of truth to that.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? If that happens, it is a huge possibility that we're going to end up getting Keanu Reeves to at least do a voiceover and possibly use his likeness as Galactus.
That to me, it'd be pretty interesting because I've been wanting to see Galactus be. Because look, I'm gonna be honest. Because when they for Andrew Garfield, they redeemed him in Spider-Man No Way Home. They can definitely do the same. Matter of fact, they can definitely do the same for Galactus. Now, I'm gonna be real. Silver Surfer was okay in that second Fantastic. I like how he looked. He was okay. But Galactus, you got a big old smoke ball.
They're a dedicated package. We're getting a Silver Surfer. If we're getting Galactus,
yeah. We
already got. If we get
and supposedly supposed to be a special.
Silver Surfer.
So. If we get a special on the Silver Surfer origin, that'd be great. But the reason I brought up the MCU, when they come with something, it slaps you in the face in a good way. We can talk later about execution later, but some of the stuff they do bring to the table really do be good. And if you guys don't know, please check out me and Mike talk about the Phase 4 of Marvel. And we I think doing our list episode, we talk about it. We give our thoughts on it, how we feel about it, that in forefront. So now, James Gunn, I'm sure, like some people, like I picked 2 different videos, I think 3 on the description. You guys can look at it yourself, watch it yourself, and maybe come back here and tell us what you think. But honestly, God, truthfully, guys, I'm being real. I'm doing my best to be transparent. I am not excited. I am not excited for this. I'm being real. Again, I hear what y'all saying. Well, once you give it a chance, you know what? You're right. I am gonna give it a chance, but right now, the hype is gone. The hype train is out of here.
Yeah, it's definitely diminished a little bitty.
Yeah.
Stuff that I've heard.
So
stuff that I actually like. Like I said, I'm kind of excited for Lanterns because Green Lantern.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Like Lanterns, I'm saying again, Lanterns.
But he's one of my favorite
Swamp Thing
superheroes.
Yeah, Lantern, Swamp Thing, Booster Gold. Yeah, but everything else, I'm not in a thread about it because what people want, and I'm gonna keep saying it again, we want a Wonder Woman, Green Arrow, Static Shock. Come on, Static Shock. I get you got your passion project, James. I humbly understand that, and that's good and all, whatever. But what the people wants to see, they want to see heroes who never got the chance to shine. I get you can bring obscure characters, good, and that's fine. But give people, and this is what I give MCU credit for. They give us characters that we want to see, and that's why I love the MCU. I know Train probably gonna disagree with this if you're still watching. And yes, I will admit I'm not the biggest DC fan, but I am a fan of their characters. But the reason I'm so in love with Marvel characters because they're flawed characters. DC characters are besides Batman and several others, but most of the DC characters are mostly God, like the name, like Injustice, Gods Among Us, stuff like that. So I cannot. That's why I grabbed more to the Marvel side during the early days of reading them. So yeah, I got nothing else, Mike. I really don't, bro. I
can't find that list anymore. True.
Wait, what was that list like? We getting like a teaser of the Marvels.
Okay, so we're getting a teaser
doing like Super Bowl season.
Yeah, well, no, this is during the Super Bowl game.
Game, all right. Sorry, Super Bowl game. Right. My bad.
So we're getting Ant-Man.
Right.
Ant-Man Quantumania. We're getting a teaser of the Marvels. So basically a first look trailer.
First look trailer, right.
We're getting another Secret Wars trailer.
I can't wait for it.
And then we're getting another Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 trailer. And then I thought that there was one more.
I can't remember what the other one was.
That's what I was trying to look for.
Yeah, I can't remember. But so as Mike looked for that, because we are going to get ready to wrap this up in a bit. But that's really where I'm at with this, guys. So now, as for the DC Elseworld shows, I want to watch Blue Beetle. I want to watch Aquaman 2. Shazam definitely looks good to me. But other than that, I just don't know. I really don't know, and I don't know if it's going to flourish or not. Excuse me. So,
if anybody's viewing has any kind of questions or
like I said, even if like I said,
anything these related that happened with James Gunn, I would definitely,
yeah, like I said, you got like I'm really like y'all can have your words, be civil, because again, if you don't be civil, I will ignore you. I try my best to look at comments when I get through my videos and try my best to respond to most of the comments. But that's, I mean, like I said, I really got nothing else, man. I think I'm all out. Thank Solomon, my man. Like Batgirl. Thank you. Okay. I'm happy you brought it up. I definitely forgot about Batgirl. Thank you, bro. Like, I'd rather see a Batgirl movie or a Batgirl show than
Man, but
than
look,
what.
the fact that they put like $75 million into a show that got canceled like after filming and everything, and they just never put it down. I'm just like, yo, what are y'all doing, man?
Yeah, I
You know,
agree with
I
that.
think I told you this the other day too. I'm like, look, I would even if it was just straight butt, like it was just straight trash. I spent the money on this. This is getting viewed. I don't care how bad the views are at this point in time. Y'all just gonna watch this and take this L. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
I spent all
exactly. Instead of us
worst
getting
thing that's gonna
Melma.
happen is nobody's gonna watch it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, like bro, like for real, like I don't know, man. I just can't believe you give us a DC slate, but we don't got a Wonder Woman, a Aquaman, a Green Arrow. I would like to see those characters get done justice in this format. But you bring out you mostly bring in some obscure characters that we don't know or at least care for.
Dude, this is
Some
a
people
make or
do.
break for James Gunn. It's a make or break for Peter Safran, and it's a make or break for DCU. That honestly is my 100% opinion. If this
Yeah,
chapter one thing does not work, I don't
I don't,
know what will. I don't think that they will have another chance for a couple of years. They're probably just gonna have to hang their hats up until like 2033, bro. I'm gonna be
right.
honest with you. This is not me trying to be funny right now. This is all jokes aside. If DC fails at this chapter one, they shouldn't say a peep. Continue doing your HBO Max shows because they're obviously doing great.
Yeah,
Continue dropping animated shows. Maybe even make an animated series, but leave the DCU alone for right now. Let everything run its course. Let everything get watered down. Let Marvel come off of their high horse for a little while, and then kind of slip in and just say, "Hey, we're gonna try this one more time." You know what I'm saying? Because,
right.
like I said, if this fails, this is all y'all got.
Yep.
Just me being 100% honest.
And I guess I'm a get ready to send off with this. Everything Mike said, I 110% agree with because right now you got characters we don't care for seeing, like Superman Legacy. No, you pretty much and how you explain with Superman, he's trying to figure out between his Kryptonian and his Earth. No, like no, when Superman came to Earth, he was human. He was okay being human. He didn't care for being a Kryptonian. He respect his Kryptonian race. Don't get me wrong, but he did not care for being Kryptonian because he was raised as a human being.
Well,
For,
okay, if you go and look at Smallville, right? True. I'm sorry. I know you're trying to like finish this
uh,
off, but look,
yeah.
let's be real right now. Look at Smallville. Look at how well it was written. Look
Oh
at
yeah,
Superman,
yeah,
or
definitely.
look
And
at
I know you watching, and you're right. Like I said, I love Smallville. Smallville told that
okay.
story.
So you see what happened? He was just raised as a proper man. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
he was just an all-American boy. You know what I'm saying? He had superhuman strength, but nobody knew exactly why. He didn't know why. He just thought that he was super strong, and he just thought that this is just was normal. You know what I'm saying? And then his adopted father, his Earth father, was like, "Look, this is how you came. You came in this spaceship. You are from another planet. This is probably why you have these superpowers." And then
right.
he's like, "Oh snap! Maybe I should use these superpowers for good." Dude, you cannot beat that story.
You
You
you, you
can't beat
can't
Smallville, bro.
you can't Smallville was a really that Smallville was better than Man of Steel, better than Superman Returns. It told it so well. You can't
You can't
beat
beat it,
that.
bro.
You can't beat
And
it, man.
Smallville's like what, 20 years old now?
But at least about 20 or 25, maybe somewhere around that number.
Yeah, it's going on 2 decades, maybe even 3 decades now.
the
And the story still can't be touched by
the story
any
is
other
solid,
DC
bro. The
producer.
story is solid. It's solid. So yeah,
I mean,
again.
learn from the greats. That's
That's
all
what
I
I'm
gotta say.
saying. Like, bro, I'll be taking notes with Kevin Feige. I'll be like calling on the phone every day, coming to his house, like, hey, coming in the freezing cold, the rain, asking all types of questions, saying like, Kevin, how do I do this? How can I do that? Because again, I'm going to say this
Look,
again.
there's nothing wrong with with James Gunn and Peter Safran just sitting down, even if they don't want to sit here and even bother Kevin Feige, go back and watch the Avengers movies.
Yeah.
Look, and the reason why I'm saying this, it's not to steal ideas or nothing like that, but dude, look at it. Look at football players. If anybody has played football, basketball, soccer, hockey, you know that you get sat down. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you're in a little room, a little classroom, and the coach pulls out the big old school RCA TV, and then you guys watch old highlights of like these your opposing team. Okay, well, you got number 23. This is what he does. Da 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 da. Why can't more people sit here and do this in the movie industry and learn from their competition versus just thinking, oh, I'm better than these people? You know what I'm saying?
Again, we're not saying James Gunn say he's better than DC. We're not saying that. It's just how he's going about doing it. It's got us like, what? Why you got this list up right here?
The only thing I'm saying is right now to this point, right? James Gunn is what, 4 for 4 right now?
Yeah.
Marvel and DC?
Yeah.
Cool. Kevin Feige got a little bit more under his belt, big fella. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that you're a trash producer. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that you're a trash director or nothing like that. What I'm just saying is that right now, with the bag of trash that you were left with and the last little bits of scrap that you were left with on the table from the last project, go back and look at your direct competition.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
I need a clean slate. What did they do with Iron Man? How did they introduce the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Okay, cool. So what was the first peak story? Okay, cool. Let's go watch Avengers. Okay, so how did they restart this? How are they now? You know what I'm saying? Ask these questions. You know what I'm saying? Even though, I know all these stories. No. I'm not saying that you don't know it. What I'm saying is, go back, sit down, and literally just dissect.
Literally. Like prime example, bro. Prime example. Friday the 13th. One of my favorite Friday the 13th movies is Jason Lives. The director for Jason Lives watched every previous Friday the 13th. It's like, okay, how he took the time, he studied, and he had some stuff that was meta on there. It made it work, where it's like almost everybody's favorite Friday the 13th because you made it work. You took the time, said what worked in this Friday the 13th, what didn't work in this Friday the 13th, and how can I use make a hodgepodge of that, make it work, where it's kind of it's a fine balance of that. That's what I'm saying. Like, and I get what you're saying. Like,
can I take a moment of silence real quick?
Yes, go ahead.
Just appreciate the greatness that Solomon Bill commented on this. It's fine, true. Because this is exactly what I've been talking about.
Oh yeah. Thank you, Bill. Thank you.
Where is Batman Beyond? Where is it?
Yeah, yes. Cause matter of fact, bro, didn't they say when this all is going on? Bruh, didn't they was working on another Batman film and supposedly was supposed to be Batman Beyond, but we didn't get it. It got canceled.
Oh, it got canceled.
It got canceled.
Okay.
So,
I don't think DC has ever canceled a project before that was probably. Sorry, man.
I mean, I think Solomon, I think you just pretty much took over the stream. Thank you.
Look,
but
leave my boy Solomon out of this. All right. Feel like take it over. All right.
Yeah, man.
He got a point.
Yeah, he definitely got a point. He definitely got a point.
Let me add.
I can add to that.
Where is my boy Static Shock at, bro? Like, this is bad.
Yeah, like, exactly. Where's Static? Like, again, bro. Like, that's what I'm saying. The fans want it. The fans, like, even if we got, like, let's just say, for instance, even if we get a live action, like a live action TV show Static Shock, I would prefer that to some of the stuff we got right here. I would love that. I'm just saying, off real, or a live action TV. A live action TV series of Batman Beyond. That would have been great. give us like the fans. You gotta get what the fans want. You give us Superman,
Even
but we
if
want
it's
Henry
part of
Cavill.
this whole like elsewhere thing, I will be okay with that.
Or even as an elsewhere type story, which more like it will be, but still, give the fans what they want. I'm like
I would have to get like all the old actors back to.
Because okay, I gotta say this.
Side story progression.
Right now, someone said one theory. Could this lead up to an Infinite Crisis event in the DCU, where they gotta get the old actors in and the new actors to come together?
Was that called Crisis of Infinite Earths?
Like Crisis of Infinite Earths, yes. And who did it well? CW. Because it just wasn't Flash and Arrow. They brought back.
Where the Flash and the Crisis.
Yeah, they brought back the Supermans, bro. I mean, they brought back Smallville Superman. They brought the Superman from Superman and Lois. They brought the Superman from Superman Returns. Bro. When I said it has so many different Supermen in this show, I'm like, yo, why can we not get this in DC?
They were dealing with the Kirby from that guy.
I can't. Was it the Anti-Monitor or something like that? I think it was like they doing something with the Anti-Monitor. I can't.
I don't know. It was like a robot. Like
yeah. It was some type of robot.
Or something like that. I think that was that.
Yeah. So again, people hate on the CW in certain aspect, rightfully so, but they did justice when it came to that Crisis of Infinite Earths. I mean, everybody was involved, from Batwoman to Supergirl to Black Lightning. The list goes on and on. Then to see all of them just cross over with one another. Not just one or two shows. Everybody was involved. Everybody was involved in it. And it worked. But now it's just like, I don't know what I'm getting. And that's how I feel about this.
I mean, hopefully they lead into an Injustice storyline
or something.
I would like to see that.
I would like to see. Yeah, I would definitely love to see that. Or like not DC Metal. That's probably way far down the line. I'm sure James Gunn would have probably done something with that. But again, it's just like what we getting is not what I want. I'm sure somebody out there may be liking all this. Some people do, and I'm not. If you like it, that's y'all. I'm not mad. But me, I'm good. I am good. I got the shows I want to see, really want to see, from Lantern, Swamp Thing, again, Booster Gold, but everything else I'm just not sold on. So, I mean, if it were James Gunn and it's good, then hey, good on you. But this,
best of luck to you, man.
Yeah, best of luck to you, man. Because right now, I'm on the opposite side of the fence, man. I want to root for you, but I don't know. I'm excited for Lanterns, though. Don't get me wrong, I'm excited for Lanterns, but again, when Henry Cavill got let go, that was really that was just the wound opened up even more, dog. So you got super. I know it, Mike. I can't. Because we're gonna be here for another 2 hours if I keep going. Yeah. So guys, thank y'all for joining us. I'll be back to my regular random schedule programming Friday and Saturday. Again, thanks to Mike. Thanks for Tremaine for joining us. Solomon,
No. Mike, you're very welcome, True. I appreciate that. Proceed. We're not gonna thank Tremaine for this one because I got some words for him as soon as you cut the stream. But yeah.
So, anyways, thank y'all so much for watching. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, come to Ransom. We do have those cookies. And I that's it, guys. Y'all stay random. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Y'all take it easy. And I gotta deal with this Tremaine and Mike situation now. Y'all have a good one.
Nah, it's